Do you know what we need is someone who can... I say, dear, where's all that noise coming from? What we need is someone... let me just turn it down. What we need is someone who can play the drums, I think. We need someone who can play the drums to that piece of music. If I send it to someone and they can sort of re-record it with drums, but you'd have to do it for a sound system. Don't suppose any of you got one of those, have you? Somewhere where you could do that? I'll tell you why I say that. Because I came across a video this morning of a BBC weatherman, young lad, from in Wales, Owen Wyn Evans, and he reads the weather on one of the BBC News channels. I'm sure I've seen him on Look North at one point, but I think he's in Welsh Wales now, possibly, or somewhere else. Anyway, so he says that's it for the news, and then the music comes on. You know, the BBC News, iconic music. Iconic, fantastic BBC music comes on, and he runs over to the side of his living room. I think he's doing the weather from home. Really, he's doing the weather from home, and then he runs over to his set of drums and then bangs out the BBC News theme with the music playing behind it on his drums. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And watching that put me in a really good mood this morning after I turned on the BBC. Oh, it's same old stories, dear. Oh, God, on and on about viruses. And then I put on the YouTube on my little mobile phone, and I thought, this is fantastic. Then I tried to connect it by Bluetooth to my speakers. It's not much, just a soundbar thing and a bass box in the living room. For some reason, I couldn't get that to work. I don't know. So I came up here and played it, and there he is, banging away on his drums. Fantastic to the BBC News theme. You can see that. I've tweeted that. I've twittered it, boys and girls, on my Twitter. My Twitter is Chris Reardon UK, all right? Twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK. Did we do the date? Good morning to you. It's Thursday, the 16th of April, 2020. Welcome along to the show, boys and girls. The sun's out again. Yes. Bring me sunshine, bring me smiles. That's what we try and do on this programme. We try and bring you much that people like to moan. We do try and bring you the occasional smile on this programme this morning. There is a little chat box if you want to join in there. Talk to other people. Now and again, I shall refer to your little chats as they come in. Worry not, we've got some pictures to show you. That's, of course, assuming we get enough likes for the pictures. You know? We have to have enough likes to be able to show you not one, not two, not three, but 4 pictures today from beautiful viewers who have sent in things. That's all I'm saying. Things ain't what they used to be. Things have been sent in here live to the studios of United Kingdom Talk. I will show them for you later in exchange for 17 at the moment. We might wait a little bit in exchange for 25 likes. Okay? So we'll see how that comes on a little bit later. We've got 7 so far. We need 25 likes, 25 thumbs up to be able to show you the beautiful pictures. So come on, gang. Get those thumbs pushing, all right? There we are. Yesterday, I went out for a cycle. I actually went up to my friend's house. He had a few bits of shopping that he didn't want. And I don't like stuff being chucked away. So I said, well, what have you got? So he told me. And it was stuff like potatoes. There was potatoes, carrots, and some other bits. A loaf of bread. He just didn't want them. So I said, well, I'll come up there. I was going to go for a walk over the forest. But I said, I'll go for a cycle instead and then come back round that way. So I went out on my bike. And there's another sort of, there's the forest where I go here, it carries on the other side of a very busy main road, which is not busy at the moment. It's wonderful, dear. Oh, seeing all these empty roads is just wonderful, I tell you. So you have to go over the other side of the road. There's an underpass and everything. It's like the main road that goes down towards the M3 motorway. And so I went under there, and I thought, I'll just cycle around here for a bit. And I'd forgot that there was a forest bit. I thought, I'll go in the forest. I'll go in the forest over there. So I'm cycling down here, and I came across several gates, actually, not all next to each other. You know, as you cycle along, this is on the road. Which services the sort of houses all to the left of it, you see. So I... going past several gates as I cycle along, and they were all like gates which would stop a bike going in, if you see what I mean. And I went right to the end, and it was still like that. And I thought, oh, well, I'll turn around and go the other way. And then I noticed, I thought, there's a funny smell here. You know, what is that smell? It wasn't overpowering. It was just a smell. Do you know what I mean? I thought, it smells like sewage or something. Is there an open pipe somewhere? And then as I travelled along to the end of the forest, I came across gates and that. Well, I found the poo factory. The poo factory. Yes, dear. There it was. Ascot Sewage Works. That's where the smell was coming from. How awful, dear. I wanted to go in and see if I could spot mine in there from yesterday. Or from earlier. Excuse me. Can I come in and have a look around? Do you think many people go and visit poo factories? Ascot Sewage Works it was. Very clean. You know, I don't know. Sometimes you get the sort of things like poo factories and, I don't know, refuse collection places, and you think they're dirty, filthy places, but actually they're usually kept quite tidy and nice. And this looks very respectable, except there was a very large outlet pipe that I saw had water coming out of it. Clean water, constantly. And I thought, was that once poo? And it's now clean water, and we're now going to drink it all over again. How awful. So that was very, very exciting. I discovered the sewage works where they treat all the poo and wee that goes down there and everything else that stupid people put down there, like those what are they called? Those damp wipe things, wet wipe things. You mustn't put them down there. Ow! But it says flashable on there. People are so thick. I mean, just look at it. Do you honestly think that's going to disintegrate? Put it in a glass of water and shake it up and tell me if it disintegrates. No, it doesn't. Do you know why? It's got plastic in it. Those wet wipes, the toilet wipes, they've got plastic in it. It may say flashable on there, but they're not. The water people tell you do not flush them. But stupid people, you know what they're like. Idiots who think they know better than everyone else. They don't listen to experts. No one listens to experts anymore, do they? Have you noticed that? They all make up their own ideas of something, and you can't change their mind. They've got their mind one way, set on that. Won't listen to anything else. Most annoying. So that was it. That was a bit of excitement yesterday, visiting the poo factory. Well, I didn't visit it. I stood outside it. So, oh yeah, it's definitely poo. Then I cycled about a little bit further and discovered that indeed you can't take your bike in. It says no cycles, walkers welcome, no cycles. I go, okay, well, what shall I do then? Because I didn't want to go straight to my mate's house. So I tied up my bike. I've got one of those D things, metal things on there. Tied it up onto the fence. To be honest, if someone wanted to nick it, they could just cut the fence with a pair of cheap cutters, to be honest. But I tied it up there and I thought, I'll go for a little walk in here. And I went in there. Very different from the other side. It's much flatter, you know. And so if you was like perhaps a disabled person, I don't think you'd get a wheelchair in there, to be honest. But if you was on, like lots of people on walking sticks or possibly even a frame, you'd be okay in there. It's much more flatter. So I just had a little walk around there. It was busier than the forest over the other side, I will say that. I kind of wondered where people were coming from because there was this long path that goes straight on, but the kind of housing estate is on the left, and you go past that and it carries on. So I might have a long walk down there, maybe today actually. I could do that. Yeah, I might do that just to see where it goes. I could cycle back up there and then just see where that goes because I'd be interested to see where that goes. So that was my day yesterday. I've told you about the News 24 bloke. Oh, the beans. I'm very pleased to announce that my baked beans are arriving on Saturday. 5 catering packs of baked beans. Very good. Only 20 quid. They're only to £3.50 each and £4.99 for the delivery of all 5, which I thought was very reasonable, honest. Very, very reasonable. So that's my beans arriving on Saturday. Very excited by that. Had a little bit of a FaceTime yesterday with my nephew and great nephew Harry and great niece Evie, and they bought them scooters. You know scooters? Did you have a scooter? I had a scooter when I was a little boy. And the wheels were, so big. Obviously not as big as a bicycle, but they were big, sort of big. In comparison with these, like, I don't know what they're called. I think they're called micro scooters with the tiny wheels. Anyway, great nephew Harry, who's 6, great niece Evie, 7. They love the new scooters, but they've got these little wheels. And I tell you, I've tried to go on one of those. They are blooming hard work. Don't think you get an easy ride on them. I don't know why if it's because the wheels are small or because they're hard. These wheels are hard. They've got a bit of rub around them, but they're not like pumped up with air. And I have tried a few of those scooters, and I find them really hard work to push along. It's easier to walk. Seriously. It's easier to walk than be on one of those scooters. But they certainly enjoyed being on them, so they were showing me those yesterday. And I've got a possibility of getting an egg from them as well. Because I told you they got stacks of eggs, whether it'll still be there in a few months' time when we're all eventually able to move around again. I don't know. But there was a Cadbury's cream egg from Evie and a Smarties egg from Harry, and they were going to give me one of their eggs. Of course, when I go there, I'm not going to accept them. I probably won't accept them. I say, no, it's all right. You have them. It will depend how much they're forced upon me, those eggs. If they are unwrapped and pushed into my mouth, then I think possibly I might accept them. Otherwise, no, children, you go and eat your eggs. Bad old Uncle Chris is not going to take your eggs from you. And then you will love me even more. See? How fabulous. And talking of eggs, my mate keeps going on and on about wanting an egg. An egg. So I said, well, just send me what you want. He said, I don't want one of the 79 pence ones. I said, well, just send us a link. So he sends me this link from Hotel Chocolate. Go on, how much? £39. 30, and I rang him up. I said, are you for real? £39? And he's laughing. I said, why is that funny? He said, well, if you want, you can buy it for me and my other half. £39 for an egg? I don't think so. Choose something else. Oh, well, there isn't anything else. I said, well, you're not having one for £39. Who spends £39 on an Easter egg? Are you off your heads? How much chocolate is that there? Is that there? Oh, but it's all about the shape and the presentation. It's an egg. Eat it. Shut up. Flake do a lovely egg for 99 pence, dear. I'll tell you what, I'll suggest to him, I'll get him a whole, in fact, I might just order them and send them over. You can get a whole box of, like, cream eggs. You've got to go in the shop, haven't you? Maybe you can order them. Whole box of cream eggs for about £5. Seriously. Don't be going down there paying £1 each at your local little shop for a cream egg. That's what they're £1 each there, or at the blooming petrol garage or something like that. You buy whole boxes of them for five quid. All that gooey mess. Perhaps we should do that. One day we'll all agree to only eat cream eggs for a day. And then the next day, we can all agree to only eat cheese and onion crisps. Yes, please. So that's the egg story there. Had my lunch in the garden yesterday. That was nice. Lots of watering going on at the moment. There's a lot of blue butterfly flying around out there. Tiny little blue butterfly flying around there. That's not the only wildlife in my garden. No. Great excitement last night. Great excitement last night. It was about 10 o'clock and I went out in the back garden and I saw something moving. I thought, it's that cat. No, a little hedgehog. There is a hedgehog living in my back garden. And they move quite quickly, didn't they, hedgehogs? Little spikes moving along they were. And I said, hello. And it stopped. It didn't curl up in a ball. It just stopped. Hello, Mr. Hedgehog. And then it scuttled off and went under a holly bush. Bless it. I've got a hedgehog in the garden. So I think I need to get some cat food. They like cat food, hedgehogs, don't they? Yeah, cat food. So I've got that in the garden. I had a little blue butterfly. And then this magpie kept coming down and trying to get water. I've got if I water things in the garden, I've got one of those X-hose things. You know, they come to smaller. When you're not using them, they sort of contract. But when you turn the water off, it just keeps coming out for a while. So what I do is I put the head of it in a bucket. and then that fills up the bucket. Then I use that water for something else, perhaps the next day or something. Anyway, so I've got this bucket of water there. I'm sitting in the garden having my lunch yesterday afternoon, and this magpie pops down, just jumps down like that. You know, the noisy ones. Magpies. Not tweet, 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 tweet. No. Magpie. Jumps down on there and starts hopping around. And it jumps on the edge of the bucket and then starts putting his beak in and drinking the water. I thought, oh, see, I've got a bird table which was bought for me about three or 4 years ago by my mate, actually, as a Christmas present. But it's very colourful. This thing is like it's like metal with what's that? Like a glazing on it. Oh, I don't remember what. There's a name for that. I can't remember. I think my brother-in-law like a powder coated glazing, but it's a picture and it's got some sort of lacquer on the top of it to protect it. It's very pretty, right? But I've had that out there for months, and no birds go near it. Don't know why. They don't go near it, but they're happy to sit on the top of a bucket. Maybe it's too bright. I don't know. Anyway, so I saw this thing there. So I've got that back out of the shed, put it over there, and I fill it up with water from the tap, and I put little bits of bread around it to sort of attract so that the birds can see the bread, and then they might see the water. We got water here as well, and then they might just start coming, you know. But they didn't use it before for some reason. Strange, isn't it? So that's my little bird table. Much excitement today. As you know, boys, how are we doing with the likes? Can we show the pictures yet? Oh, only no likes. Oh dear, we need 25 likes this morning to be able to show you the pictures of our wonderful viewers that have taken the time and trouble to send in their pictures. We need 25 likes on there. All right, my Morrison's delivery is coming today, which means I must be off by 10 o'clock this morning, okay? So you'll notice we're a little bit earlier today. I have to prepare for my Morrison's delivery, which will be arriving between 10 and 11 o'clock. How exciting is this? My first ever delivery. They've been very busy, dear. They took the money last night. Okay, they've texted me, they've emailed me so that I am all in prepare. And it is being delivered by Alan. And it says, "Hi, Mr. Reardon, I'll be with you between 10 and 11 o'clock. And so you know it's me, I'll be driving the hot dog van." The hot dog? What is the hot dog van? Is driving a hot dog van. I have no idea what that is. Is it like his own van then or something? I don't know why. It says, "I'll be with you between 10 and 11, and so you'll know it's me, I'll be driving the hot dog van." Do you get a free hot dog with each delivery? A vegetarian. I don't want no dead animals, thank you very much. Perhaps it's a vegetarian hot dog. He'll be driving a hot dog van. It says, "Attached to this email is your receipt for today's delivery." And then it says, "We're really sorry, but you'll be missing 2 times Carex aloe vera hand wash and 3 times Morrison's multi-kitchen roll towel." I haven't got any kitchen towel at the moment, so there's one of those things. And it says, "We're sorry, we've had to make some substitutions. Substitutionary locomotion, mystic power." That one. It says, "Instead of the 3 times Morrison's Pure Fabric Conditioner 21 washes, I've got 3 times Morrison's Pure Fabric Conditioner 42 washes." I'll be able to wash forevermore with that lot, won't I? I'll never ever have to buy it again. That's a 42, that's 84, that's 126 washes of fabric conditioner arriving here. Instead of my 3 times Morrison peas, sweet corn, carrots, broccoli and red pepper, I'll be getting 3 times Morrison's mixed vegetables. Instead of 3 times Morrison's country vegetable mix, I'll be getting 3 times Morrison's mixed vegetables. And instead of the 2 times Morrison's premium washing up liquid, I'll be getting 2 times Morrison's lemon washing liquid. So there we are. So Alan will be delivering it later in his, in his hot dog van. It's very, very exciting. That's probably a normal thing for you, isn't it? Very, very exciting. For dinner last night, I had Heinz tomato soup, two years out of date. 2015, which I had with a couple of slices of bread that my mate didn't want. So I went up and collected my shopping from him yesterday afternoon. He leaves the bag. I ring on the phone. He leaves the bag outside the front door and looks at me through the window and waves. And I wave back. Anyway, good. So that's that. Morrison's. I've told you about Morrison's. And that's it. Did you see the quiz last night on ITV1 colour? Very, very good. Were they guilty? Were they guilty or not? This is the programme on ITV at the moment that tells you about who wants to be a millionaire. And the the coffin bloke, you know, because they reckon he cheated. Anyway, they got found guilty at the end of the programme. And I got to say, I know like he's a rich person, but that's kind of irrelevant, really. The bloke who invented the TV show, he seemed to be in pieces. He was very protective of his show, as indeed I am of this. You know, if someone comes along and tries to change it or tries to take over, I do get very protective. You would do. It's like your baby, isn't it? You know what I mean? Ladies will know what I mean. You know, what lengths would you go to protect your child? Well, this little show is like my child, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And he came across on the telly, I know he's an actor and all that, he came across on the telly the bloke who owns the Cellar, is it Celador, something like that, the TV company that makes this programme. It was his idea. And the bloke in the court said he mentioned cheating, and he said it's irrelevant, really, isn't it, or something like that. He said, no, it's not irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. This is my show. You know, and someone had taken the mick out of his show. You can completely understand that. Yeah, it's like someone who comes on here and says, this is rubbish. Well, I'll delete you straight away. How dare you? How dare you? You treat it like your baby. And it came across like the owner of the TV company came across like that yesterday. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant on there, really. But a great programme. And it came to the end of it. They were found guilty. But, you know, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that they were. Very, very difficult. I don't suppose we'll ever know, really. And what surprised me is when he had the bloke in who was kind of in charge of this syndicate of loads of people who would, the bloke who would get people on the show for a fee, of course. And the owner of the TV company met up with him in a pub. And he thought, oh, he's going to try and do me. And he said, no, I just want to talk to you. And they sat there quite amicably, and that was a nice part of the programme, I've got to say. Because you had the bloke who invented the show, the owner of the TV company, right? And the bloke who had been getting people on the show using means that you shouldn't really use, if you see what I mean. And they met up, and after the start where he thought this bloke was there to do him, so to speak, not fight, you know, just to have a go at him or try and get information out of him. He said, no, I just want to talk to you. And then they sat there and they had a little bit of a giggle together. And that was really nice. That was really nice. And it ends up, and the owner of the TV company was mentioning these two blokes. And he said, well, they weren't part of my syndicate. And the owner of the TV programme, his mouth dropped open. He said, weren't they? He said, no, they weren't mine. And it was at that point I thought, well, hang on a minute. Maybe they didn't cheat. Maybe they didn't. And, of course, the defence lawyer, she was very good. One of my favourite actresses. I can't remember her name, to be honest. She was very, very good in there. She, of course, you could say she lost the case as they became guilty. But very clever the way they talk. QCs, aren't they? QCs are very clever. Very, very expensive people, I gather, to employ, something hundreds of pounds an hour. But, you know, sometimes if they get you off, then it's probably worth money well spent, I suppose. I don't think I could be a QC and defend someone who I was pretty sure was guilty. I don't know how they do that job, but they do. They do, and they're very, very good at it. So if you haven't watched it yet, of course I've told you the ending of it now. The quiz is on the ITV Hub. And then I watched Our Girl, which was incredibly sad at the end. Really, really sad episode of Our Girl. Yeah. Fingers died, didn't he? Fingers, the good-looking soldier. He died. There we are, all bawling our eyes out at the end. Of course, he had a family and all that. You know, I know it's a fiction programme, but nevertheless, it doesn't stop me getting upset by watching these things or get ever so teary. My worst tears come when The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews is getting married and it's in the church and they play, and the nuns start singing, how do you solve a problem like Maria as she's walking down the aisle. Oh, God, no. Don't start me off now with that one. So that was yesterday. Right, let's say hello to some of you this morning on the message systems. Good morning to Fran Green. Good morning. Fran sent some pictures in today. And, oh dear, only 13 likes. We're not going to be able to show the pictures. You've only got like 20 minutes to get your likes in, gang. We need, what did I say, 25 likes to show you the pictures this morning. So get hitting that thumbs up button. No likey, no pictures. Good morning, Fran. Hello to Sean Pye, Jason Hughes, good morning. Alan Wainwright, good morning to RT. Hello to Colin Coates, Shania Steele, Diane Jebb, morning, Diana. Hello to Michael Lawrence, there's Fran, George Bond, good morning to you, George. George, did your fridge magnet arrive yet, please? Most of you should get your parcels today. Remember, the postal service is a bit slow at the moment, okay? Remember, the parcel service is very slow at the moment, and things that usually take one day are taking anything up to 2 weeks at the moment. We've found that out, okay? Thank you, Archie. The weatherman used to be on Look North. I thought so. And then BBC Northwest kidnapped him. Good morning to Dr. Gregorian. Hello to you. Scotty Daniel. Good morning, Scotty. Welcome to our little show, Scotty. Gary Davidson. Hello. There's our lovely Claire. Morning, Claire. Alan. Captain Tom. Yeah, I saw that on the telly this morning. Fantastic. He's raised £12 million, hasn't he? Very, very good. Good morning to Maureen. Just texting in there. Gavin Bass. Hello to you. Morning, Davo. Morning, Davo. Morning, Dave. Davey, baby. Hello to Mark Gording. Morning to Mark Gording. Let's hello. Sabrina Walker is there. No, George hasn't got his fridge magnet. Okay, just pop your address there and I'll send off another one for you, George. Hello to Ray Reynolds. Morning, Ray. Where are we now? Just scrolling down. Park Nest is in Victoria. Morning to you. Where are we? Morning to all the silent viewers as always. Those of you keeping a little bit quiet there, just sitting on the side. Hello to you. Mike Rees-Ponto, greetings. Mari Lowe. Hello, lovely Mari. Scrolling, let me get these names done for you. Michael says, hotel chocolate is very nice. I had 4 eggs from them. Yeah, not for £39 an egg, mate. Jeez, who spends 30? Do you spend that money on an egg? Seems to be an awful lot of money. Morning to Mark Baldon. Morning to Mark. I love a cream egg. Me too, Mark. Aren't they delicious? They've got smaller over the years, though. They'll be like peas next year. Little peas filled with that liquid stuff. Gary British Talk Show. Morning. We do put the world to rights. We just have a little bit of a chat, Gary. That's all we do, have a little bit of a chat here. Hello to Rachel. Hedgehogs will not eat cat food. Oh, so I beg your pardon. Hedgehogs will eat cat food. Don't give them bread and milk. It's not good for them. So cat food, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, Rachel, I think you're right there. Is it true Cadbury's use IVF for Easter eggs? I think they use Smarties. Very good, RT. Fran's been to Tesco's, not many Easter eggs. She's got a medium Bourneville Easter egg, £1.50. Oh, no. I'm not keen on the dark chocolate, to be honest. It's got to be milk chocolate with at least 10 bags of sugar in it. Excuse me. Right, Adam the Plumber. Morning to Adam. Why don't you get this Easter egg hotel chocolate from Amazon or the cream eggs? Amazon might be a way to look at that. Yes, might have a little look at that one. Who's taken on extra drivers? Oh, Morrison's. Ah, so that would explain it. That's why he's got his own van. He must do hot dogs or something then. Yeah, good on him. I've just seen a couple of people, entertainer type people, where one in particular, a young DJ, lost all his work overnight. You know, and he would have been on a lot of money. He was very popular. He must have been on £1,000 to £1,500 a week. This DJ I know. Nice kid, but he's very good, very popular. And he's got the DJ look, the young good look. Like I had once. Not now. I had once. That's when you can get the money. And he would have lost that overnight. What's he do? The next day gets up and applies to be a Tesco's delivery driver. Top mark. And Uber Eats. Brilliant. You don't watch this show, so you won't know I'm talking about him, but there we are. Rachel, Alan in a hot dog van. Should be a butch man for you then, Chris. I hope so. I hope so, Rachel. But we can't do any touching, can we? We can look. We can look, but not touch. Or at least not the other person. Good morning to Scotty, says hot dog van. That's different. Yeah, they must be using their own vans then. If they're like temporary drivers, perhaps they say if you've got a van, because presumably all these supermarkets have got busy very, very quickly and they haven't got the vans. So if you've got your own van or perhaps car, you have to have something reasonably big, wouldn't you? You know, could I do it in mine? Probably not. I mean, I've got a hatchback. My RAV4, but it's not massive in the back. I don't think I could do that. Morning to LaBelle, your emerald-eyed garden magic, here chatting away from you again. Shania, hello to Shire. Has he got a picture of a hot dog on the side? Maybe. Morning to Michael Pullman. He's just got back from the beach. Oh, shut up, Michael. Shut up. I don't like the beach, actually. I'm not a beach fan. I don't like sand. Gets in between your toes. Horrible, horrible, gritty stuff. Alan Wainwright, don't turn me away, Chris. It took me ages to convert the van and I left Swansea at 7 a.m. this morning. All right. Where are we? Okay. Scrap It Man, you're new. Good morning to you. And there's Heidi Oliver. Morning, Heidi. Saw your cooking video this morning. I didn't do a cooking video. What was that then? Cooking video. Have I missed something there? Good morning to Big Boss Man 694. Is it the Mad Comedy Channel? No, it's just some old bloke sitting here talking to himself every morning. I've got nothing else to do. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. All right. Okie doke. Now, what have we got here? How are we doing? Are we going to show you these pictures or not? 20 likes, 5 more likes. You get to see all the pictures. There's some good pictures for you this morning. One in particular, one that I should have showed you the other day, and I forgot to put it on the system. It's on there now. Do you want to see it? You need to click a little thumbs up. You haven't got long to do it because we're only here until 10. God, where are we? Matt Hancock. I mean, you couldn't make it up, really. You have to laugh at these things. You have to laugh at these things. Matt Hancock he's not. You can't. Oh, what's the word? He won't be rushed, will he? Matt Hancock. There was someone on the telly today. Oh, Gary Butler. Good morning, Gary Butler, as well. Thank you, Gary Butler. How many accounts have you got, for God's sake? Dear me. Matt Hancock, when these interviewers, and he was doing it again this morning, I think it was Dan Walker this morning. I might be wrong at that. And he's interviewing Matt Hancock, and it's just same question being shouted at him time and time again. And the interviewing just gets more and more aggressive. And I can't bear it. But some of the politicians are now able to handle this, and he won't be. I can't remember what the word is now. It's a little bit like when people are screaming and shouting at me on there because they want a bit of attention, dear. You have to ignore it, and he just ignores it. He ignores it. He ignores it, and he's very good at doing this. Anyway, good news, boys and girls. We can all get a badge. You couldn't make it up, I tell you. In the Daily Mirror this morning, the Health Secretary said the badge has now sparked outrage by offering care workers a badge. A badge! The Health Secretary said the badge would let care workers publicly identify themselves as NHS staff do. It comes as one carer at a nursing home where 11 people have sadly died said staff fear for their lives. So he's giving out badges now. You couldn't make it up, could you? He's got this little badge there. Now, where's the picture? Oh, I did see a picture of it somewhere. It's like a little badge like that. So you can get your own badge now. And I thought, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Because you see these idiots, and I shall never, ever understand this, as nurses go about their business. And they are like physically and verbally attacked. Why? I just don't get it. Why scum would attack these people who are trying to look after everyone else. But it happens. And, you know, to have a badge, surely you're sort of asking for trouble, aren't you? If you have a little badge on or something like that. I don't know, but you can now get a badge. What's his name again? Matt Hancock is now giving out the badges. How long before we see those on eBay? Yes. Someone, some criminal somewhere will offer someone 20 quid for one of those badges, get it and start making his own and selling them on eBay. So there you go. You can all get a little badge soon, boys and girls. Good morning to Butler's Empire online right now, boys and girls. Martin Butler is in the house, along with Sharon Butler as well. Good morning to you. Hello to you. Diane, Morrison's have vans full of different kinds of food on the sides. Well, I'm not sure that I want a hot dog, to be honest. I told you about that video I found, didn't I, on TikTok? This bloke trying to swallow whole hot dogs. Oof. Literally. And then he's pushing this thing down this way. You can hear him gagging. Oh, it's vile. And then he gets to a point, you know, where it just won't go. And this hot dog flies out of his mouth. I love it. How are we doing on the likes? Let's have a look. 24. Only one more like to see the pictures, boys and girls. One more like to see the picture. Okay, darlings. Morning to John Parrish. John and Sherry are in the caravan. Morning to you, John. Talking of caravans, I have to say, I check, because I can check the temperature and various things in my caravan with the with my Amazon Echo thing. I talk to it. Can you tell me what the temperature's like in the caravan? And last night at 6 o'clock, it must have been hot where you were. It was like 26 degrees. 26 degrees. So that was hot in there yesterday afternoon. Not caused by the fact that the night before, I thought I'd run the heating on for a while. You know, because you like to keep things moving. I thought I'd just put the heating on for 20 minutes. Right, I put this heating on 10 o'clock the other night. And I realised at 3 o'clock the next day it was still on. But never mind. That's not as bad as last year. I turned the heating on. The electric, this is before I had the fans, the heat pumps. This was like radiators. I had electric radiators or convector heater and what else did I have? A couple of radiators, some fan heaters. And I put those, when we closed down last year at the end of January, I forgot to turn the timers off. So they'd heated that caravan for 2 months with no one in it. The mice would have been kept warm, though. That was quite nice. Let's have a look. Shania, we all sit and wait while the delivery comes and then Chris should come back. No, dear. Everything has to be washed. You're going to wash the shopping? Can't just put it in the cupboard. You're supposed to wash the shopping. Do you know that, Shania? This nasty virus can come in the house on a loaf of bread, dear. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Heidi's been to Asda. Lots of Easter eggs there. We like Easter eggs. How are we doing on the likes? Can we show the pictures yet? Yes, we can. Thank you very much for your likes, gang. Are you ready? Here come the pictures. First of all, one I should have shown you yesterday by one of our favourite people on this channel, the delightful Rachel, who's got a lighthouse outside her house. Look at this. Look at the size of that. That's not one of those 6-inch light. Look at that lighthouse outside Rachel's house. We like that very much, Rachel. Very, very nice. And may I say, what a nice little garden you've got there. Have you got a picture of your whole garden? Perhaps you could possibly forward that to us there. But that's really nice. I presume it lights up at the top. Is it solar or has it got a light in it? Trouble with these solar lights, they don't seem to last very long, do they? I buy, especially, you can get these like wedge type things, okay? And they've got like a magic eye on the top. And if someone comes past it late at night, it detects someone and then the LED light comes on, the solar light comes on. But I've had 8 of those and only one of them now is still working. And they die within a matter of weeks. Don't waste your money on them. Really, a lot of those solar lights are absolutely useless. They really are. Really are. And these solar lights, they just don't seem to last very long. You're probably better off to perhaps get some sort of low voltage cable and plug it in somewhere and have that going into your house. But that's beautiful, that is, Rachel. So thank you very much for that one. Here's another one. Terry Turner. I don't think he's with us this morning. Terry Turner you sometimes see on the chat box there, boys and girls. He sent in, he does a lot of internet radio. And he sent in a picture of his little studio there. He's got a little corner of his room. I think he needs to paint his walls, though, dear. I mean, grey. For God's sake, how depressing is that? Grey walls. Dear me, how awful. So thank you very much for Terry for that. And he sends a little message as well. And Terry says, might be interestingly to some of your viewers that are fellow radio presenters. And I know there's a few of you on here do your own little bits and pieces. Gary Owen, of course, he does a show every morning, around about 8 o'clock every morning. He does his own sort of chat show where he does this and quiz things and what have you. So thank you very much for that one, Terry. There you go. Rachel, it is a solar light. I will have to send a little video of it. Oh, does it move? Don't tell me it turns round. Does it? Does it? I thought it would just light up. I'll be very impressed if you tell me it actually turns round as well. Very nice indeed, Rachel. Very nice, my love, okay? By the way, we've got the phone in tonight, gang. If you're around tonight, do join us for our phone-in show. That'll be starting somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. That's when it starts, okay? Phone-in show tonight with phone number and all that business. Next photo comes from a lovely Fran. There you go. Look at that. That's one of her cakes that she made some time ago there. And she says, hi, Chris. Hope you're okay. My ex-sister-in-law used to have a Halloween party, so I created that for her. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, that, Fran. And, of course, Rachel's probably spotted them already, haven't you, Rachel? Look at those evil spiders on there. Evil. Evil spiders. We don't like spiders. I wonder how many of those are waiting in my caravan. I must send my nephew. No, I won't send my nephew around there. You can't move around at the moment. But otherwise, if I ask him to do that, he's likely to find spiders and put them in there. That he'd do something like, and then he'd sit there and find that very amusing, wouldn't you, Gary? Fran writes, I enjoyed Holby on Tuesday night. Hopefully Cameron soon gets found out. We were talking about that yesterday, Holby City. We love that on the telly. Poor Donna, I have seen our girl. That's sad as well. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. She hadn't got a mask yesterday, so maybe that'll come today, Fran. I would give everything 2 weeks to arrive. The post is incredibly slow at the moment. That's just how it is. I really enjoyed the quiz. Good exercise for the brain. In mixed defence, James Martin, the chef, got disqualified from for putting cream in his Victoria sponge. I don't know what that's about. Were we talking about that the other day? I can't remember now. I have sent a photo of one of my Halloween cakes, which you've just seen. She says, bad thing about making cakes is that you have to eat them. Yeah, or even before they're even cooked. The cake mixture. Oh, when Mum used to make the rock cakes. Oh, the cake mixture is so delicious, isn't it? It really is. We do like a bit of cake mixture. So thanks very much for that, Fran. And one more picture, I think, is that one. There we go. Now, that's been sent in by... by Carol. That's it, Carol. That's been sent in by Carol. Good morning, Carol. I don't know if you're with us this morning. Carol sends this in, and that's what they do every Saturday. They all dress up. Look, I think it's a quiz that they do or something like that. And they do it, I think that's Zoom. Some Zoom thing where you have to send everyone your emails and things like that. So thank you very much for sending those pictures in there, Carol. What's my favourite one there? I think the ghost. I quite like the ghost. The sheep with the 3 eyes in it. Perhaps we was all dressed up to come on this show one day. That'd be quite fun, wouldn't it, eh? Excuse me a moment. Mike wants one of those lighthouses. Look, she got that from Springfields, which is is that the name of the garden centre or the actual place? It's like an outlet place where you big car park in Spalding. Spalding, that's where it is, Spalding. And you go in there, and that I think she got that from the garden centre that's within the other shops there. It's quite a large garden centre. They do lovely food in there as well if you want a meal in there, Michael. That's in Spalding, though, that one. You probably find one on Amazon. I would imagine you'll find one on Amazon there, Michael. All right, lots of people sending spiders in this evening. That's it. Scotty, spiders there from Scotty. There you go. Oh, there we are. Rachel, it was in Springfields in Spalding, little shop next to the main. Ah, the little shop. I know the one. I know the one. So the little shop, I mean, if you go in the garden centre from the shop's side, so to speak, next to it is a little shop, and there's all sorts of wonderful things in there. My sister and me, we love going in there and just looking around. All sorts of things in there. Wonderful little shop. Good morning to Heidi Young. Heidi Young would probably know that shop. Do you know that shop, Heidi, in Spalding? It's like where all the outlets are. You've got the white shop. I think there's a Marks and Spencer's or something like that there as well, where they do all outlet type things. And then as you go into the garden centre, on the right hand side, there's a shop with all sorts of wonderful things in there, and smelling candles and things like that. Lovely. Mikey, good, that's everyone there. Rowan Riley has sent in an email. Good morning to you, Rowan. He says, good evening, Chris. Hope you've been doing well. I've missed being able to join in the live shows lately, but between going to work and having to get used to my husband working from home now, I'm finding that I don't have much me time now. I listen to the recordings though, always know how much you love animals, so I wanted to tell you about a YouTube channel called Critter Vision. Okay, listen to that. Critter Vision. If you like watching animals, they are based out of my state in South Carolina. And I have a couple of live streams where you can watch the animals. And they have a couple of live streams where you can watch the animals come and eat. In fact, Rachel on her Facebook, she's got like a camera, I think, watching a bird table, if I remember rightly, and you can see the birds coming and eating their stuff. It's fascinating, isn't it, watching all these little animals? She says, from what I've gathered, they've been feeding wildlife for 17 years. Most of the action happens at night, starting at about 8:30, and would be around 12:30 our time, in the afternoon. So she sends a photo. I haven't put the photo up because that might be their channel copywritten, but thank you very much for that, Rowan. And the station, if you want to see watching these little animals eat, is called Critter Vision. Okay, Critter Vision. There we go. Shoppers. So we were talking about Morrison's. Honestly, these people, they never see the positive side of things. You all know people like that. They just concentrate on the negative side of things. Now, someone's moaning about their Morrison's food box. Did I mention my Morrison's order that's coming in 15 minutes? So exciting, dear. It says, we ordered a Morrison's food essential box to see whether it was worth the money, and was surprised to see a key item is missing. Shopping for food has become much more difficult, it says in the story. Often there's little left on the supermarket shelves, and people are being advised to shop only as often as they absolutely have. Long queues are formed outside. It goes on about that. Luckily, a number of supermarkets have put together essential food boxes to help us. Morrison's is one retailer selling a food box costing £30 plus £5 delivery. Essex Live reporter Alice Cunningham was one of the lucky people who managed to get her hands on one. After falling ill with a horrible headache and breathing difficulties, Alice had to self-isolate with her partner. And while Alice was impressed with her meat eater's food box, or dead animal food box, which cost £35, there was one key item missing: fruit. So she's got everything else, but the fruit's not there. Morrison says our boxes contain a selection of items based on our current availability of products. Therefore, we are unable to specify exact contents of each box. You will, however, receive a variety of different foods in each box. I was surprised to see I was actually able to get the box delivered the next day. I was really expecting to have to wait a week. Once the box arrived, she ripped it open and was overjoyed to see toilet roll, bread, kitchen rolls. So far so good. But as she started pulling things out of the box, she noticed a few items were damaged. Oh dear. Oh dear. The tin of baked beans had been dented. Oh, so what? So what? But hadn't been broken, but the bag of baby potatoes had split open, so when she pulled it out of the box, they all came flying out. Well, pick them up then. Pick them up, dear. It's only a broken packet. Oh, I bet she's a millennial. Millennials. Oh, it's not in a plastic bag. Oh, one of the very same people that go around sticking themselves to lampposts because of the environment, probably. She then came across a white woolen package which had been wrapped in plastic to separate the chilled and non-chilled food, which was full of the dead animals and dairy products and an ice bag. She says, I was really impressed with the Morrison's food box. Overall, I think you got a lot included, and in fact, it will probably last me and my partner longer than a week. Look at all those packets of dead animals. God's sake, man. Dear me. But she's moaning because there was no fruit. Dear me. So negative. Such a negative person. No fruit. Don't they moan? Heidi knows that Springfield's not been for a long time. She likes the Marks and Spencer outlet. Yeah, my sister likes it in there. I get bored. But that's okay. My sister goes and looks. We've been twice, I think. Twice or three times. I think went for a birthday one year. I said, right, go and spend some money. I'll pay for it. That was her birthday present. And went into Marks and Spencer's. And of course, you don't say anything. So, oh, God, in here. How long is she going to be in here? I said, I'll just go and sit over there. And I went and sat with the shoes. I just sat. I found a little seat. You know where you try your shoes on? So I found a little seat. I just sat with the shoes for 10 minutes while she was going around looking at everything. Dear me. Mixed sat outside Morrison's now. There's no queues and plenty of bog rolls. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad you like the pictures. If you want to send in any pictures, boys and girls, there's the email address. Please only send one, okay? If you want a picture put up on there, please just send one picture. Don't send me a 10, okay? Or 2 or 4. One picture, okay? And I can put it on the system. I can't do it immediately. Has to be for the next show. All right, sweethearts. Scrap It Man says, I'll be getting a delivery on Monday. Will I? Oh, how exciting. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's not the egg. Don't post the eggs, Gary. That'll cost you a fortune. Is it the eggs? Oh, exciting. Chocolate eggs are coming. Chocolate eggs are coming. Chocolate us are coming. Oh, the gift. The shop is called The Gift Company. I know the one. Did you get my apple crumble, Chris? Maybe not. Don't know, George. No apple crumble there. No apple crumble there. No apple crumble there, George. Good, and that's that, right? So there's your email address there. Coronavirus. I don't think we'll do that because it's 10 to 10 now. Let's have a look. Best ketchup. What's your favourite ketchup? Well, Sainsbury's 65p ketchup has been crowned best in the Britain's consumer taste. I think they've won that before. Sainsbury's tomato ketchup. A 65p bottle of ketchup has slapped its posh rivals' bottoms to be voted the best in Britain. And my sister is a fan of Sainsbury's, as indeed my mum was. I don't like it in there. I find the customers miserable and the staff as well. I think miserable people in there. Consumer tests put Sainsbury's own label tomato sauce above other costing 10 items or more. Wow. Researchers from domestic gurus Good Housekeeping studied the texture, appearance and consistency of 21 different varieties. They ranged from a 49p tomato sauce from Aldi. Now, what's that called? Bramley's tomato sauce, which actually I buy that. Well, at least it was when I was going into the shops. I haven't get some other stuff now through the delivery services. But it tastes all right to me, tomato sauce. 49p sauce from Aldi, which was ranked 10th to a £3.95 sauce from upmarket Farmerson handcrafted. But Sainsbury's won that. Sainsbury's at the top there, 65p, followed by Sauce Shop, £2.49. The Co-op, 80p. They were joint second. And then Stokes. I've tried Stokes as well. That's a little bottle, glass bottle. You get that one from Waitrose. That's a bit posh. That one. One more story, then we'll do the raffle tickets, boys and girls. Amanda Holden. Now, we've mentioned a few different ways in which you can dress up at the moment because you've got all those wonderful clothes in your cupboards at home and you're unable to wear them. Ladies, with your beautiful dresses. Men, with your lovely jackets. I'm lucky I can wear them on the show here. But, and we've mentioned going out to walk the dog and taking your bins out. People are dressing up to do these things. Here's another one. Amanda Holden. What does she do? I do know the name. She doesn't particularly stick in my mind. Is she a talented person? Or is she reality star? I don't know. Anyway, in the sun today, Amanda Holden put a smile on her fans' faces as she mowed the lawn in a wedding dress and tiara. Here you go. Another reason to dress up, boys and girls. The glam Britain's Got Talent star, oh, she's on that, that's why I don't know, haven't seen her, I don't watch that, has been getting the most out of her finery in lockdown, and she's now taking it to the next level. Amanda flicked her hair. Can you do that? No, I can't. Oh, no hair to flick. Amanda flicked her hair in slow motion as she pushed the mower across her lawn with a smile on her face. Listen, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles at me. Billy Idol's White Wedding soundtracked the Instagram video. She gave a glimpse of her legs as she showed off her wellies as she sprayed her flowers with a hose. So there you go. Another excuse that we've got. What you need to do is start dressing up to do mundane things. Like, I quite like cutting the lawn. I do take great pleasure in cutting the lawn. You need to start taking pictures of yourselves doing mundane things dressed up to the hilt, all right? Who wants a raffle ticket? Speak now or forever hold thy tongue. Here we go. She said Britain's Got Talent judge. Thank you, Rachel. Let's have a look there. Where are we? Right, tickets now, please. Who's going to ask for tickets? Oh, we got one on the email already. Let me see. Dr. SOS Gregorian, you're first in today on 924. 924. He got that in early. Blimey. Dr. Gregorian, 924. Tickets, please. Who wants a ticket? Speak now. Is that another one there? Who's that there? What's that there? What's that picture? Oh, there's your apple crumble. I can see that now. Good. Scrap It Man. Gary Butler, 925. Gary Butler, 925. Colin Coates, 926. Michael Pullman, 927. Heidi, 928. Gary Davidson, 929. Tony King, 930. John Aitken, 931. Diane Jebb, 932. Jason Hughes, 923. Rachel, 924. Scrolling down the river. Rachel, 924. Michael Lawrence, 935. Michael Lawrence. 935. Adam the Plumber, 936. Did you get your thing through the post, Adam, as a matter of interest? And did you get onto the super chat, people? That never arrived. I don't know why. Never arrived to me. Adam the Plumber. Sprinter Van, 937. Thank you, sir. Mick Davenport, 938. Shania, 939. Sean, 940. Claire, 941. Maureen, 942. Scrolling. Gosh, there must be a lot of you there this morning. I didn't realise there were so many people there this morning. Heidi Young, 943. It's all about the timing. Look at, you see? I can work the time. No problem. I can work the time. Heidi Young, 943. Thank you, Heidi. Mike. Hello, Mark, I beg your pardon. Mark Baldwin. Mark, thank you, Mark. Mark, I think you're new. The raffle is on Monday morning, okay? It'll be somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock, the raffle. You get a ticket for every show. Every time there's a show on, ask for a ticket, okay? And then they all go in the draw for Monday to win one of these. All right, win one of those on Monday morning. But if you can't be here for the live show, don't worry. Just watch the recording. Once a ticket comes out, that's it. It's done. We don't pull another one until someone says, I've won. Okay, so if you can't be with us for the show live on Monday, just watch the recording, and we have the draw somewhere in that show on Monday, and you can see if you've won or not. Mark Baldwin, Fran, thank you, Fran. Fran, who does the lovely cakes. Fran Green is 945. think we'll be starting on a new book tomorrow, actually. Simon, 946. Sharon, 947. George Bond, 948. Mari, 949. Mandy, 950. 950, and there we go. Right, have I missed anyone out? If I have, please speak now. Gavin Bass, 951. Now we'll do today's birthdays. 951. No, is that 951? 951. There you go. 951. Today's birthdays then, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Thursday, the 16th of April 2022. Jake Riley plays a guitar and sings a bit, don't you? Happy birthday to Jake Riley. He is 20 today. Happy birthday to you, Jake. Glenn Pretty, who I've DJ'd with before, 48 today. Happy birthday, Glenn. Ian Little. Good morning, Ian. Someone I've worked with. Happy birthday, Ian. Pete Carnes is 34 years old today. Ben Taylor is up in Woodhall Spa. I think he's one of my younger nephew's friends, Jimmy. Happy birthday to you, Ben. Gordon Dack. Good morning, Gordon. Happy birthday to you. And Brett Raymond today is 48 years old. So happy birthday to each and every one of you, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Now, don't forget, do join us tonight. It's a phone-in show tonight, boys and girls. I haven't got anything to talk about yet, so I'll work on that this afternoon. Our phone-in show tonight, that'll be starting somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. It's all about the timing. It's all about the timing. Have a lovely day. Thanks very much for watching and listening. And if I don't see you tonight, I'll see you again tomorrow morning around about the same time. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio now.